A case to overturn an order to freeze Gupta assets will be heard in the High Court in Bloemfontein today. The Gupta assets were seized by the Asset Forfeiture Unit as a result of the ongoing investigation in more than 220 million rand Estina dairy farm scandal. Meanwhile, the Hawks say a warrant of arrest for Ajay Gupta is still active. Ajay Gupta is currently in Saharanpur in India.
Ajay Gupta told the media he wants to set the record straight for the people of his hometown. He claims he was maligned by the press in South Africa, saying the media in this country have an agenda against him. He says his family has always worked honestly and ethically. He declined all allegation of state capture against him and his family in South Africa, and also dismissed the question about the court cases against him in the country.
They can file as many cases against me as they like. They will not win a single case. My family has worked honestly and ethically. We have never worked with the government. Out of all our companies, our turnover that is linked to the government is only from 1 to 7%. So I don't understand how we have allegedly benefited from the government. We've not benefited at all.
Gupta also says that Duduzane Zuma became their business partner in South Africa way before his father Jacob Zuma was elected president in 2009. The Hawks says that they believe they have a strong case against the Gupta family.
Status quo remains. There is still a warrant of arrest against Mr. Ajay Gupta. We have been on record to say that that matter is still within our hands.
Justice Minister Michael Masuta has told journalists in Cape Town that South Africa is working with the United Arab Emirates with a view to establish an extradition and legal assistance agreement. The Hawks has promised to pursue this case.
For the latest on the matter with SABC's Apumalela Mdlalane, she's joining us from Bloemfontein. Very good morning to you. Please give us an update on the matter regarding the Guptas in the Bloemfontein High Court this morning.
A very good morning to you, Shante, and also to the viewers at home. We can confirm now that gloves are off once again between the state and also the Gupta family. We know that they have approached the High Court here in Bloemfontein to overturn the order that said that the Asset Forfeiture Unit, they seized their assets. The assets, of course, which include 43 properties and also the luxury cars as well as 3 aircrafts. The Gupta councils, they did say here at the High Court last week that they believe that they have a strong case, and also now they are here to say that the assets that were seized have nothing to do with the raid that took place last month in Johannesburg, which was connected to, we know, the Estina dairy farm investigation that has been going on. But also on the other side, we know that the state did mention that they wanted to postpone the matter to this week because they did mention that their counsel was not available. But with me now, I'm joined by the legal expert, Mr. Lebohang Mukhele. A very good morning to you, sir.
Thank you, Pumlela. Thanks for having me.
What would you say, what would likely to be transpired this morning here? Because we know that the state last week did ask for postponement, saying that they are not, their counsels are not available. But now we know that the Gupta have accused them, saying that they are playing delaying tactics.
Pumlela, the first thing that we need to understand is that the purpose of the preservation order is for the state to have rather a hold on these people so that they can proceed with the investigations that are pending. One being the one for the Estina farm as well as the state capture investigation, which still has to be in suit. And without them being here and without any asset, without any of their asset being withheld by the state will not have any hold so that they can proceed with any investigations. And this matter is the only thing that the state has against them, so that they can proceed with any investigations that they would still have to do with the Guptas.
It's very interesting that also in their affidavit, the Gupta side, the acting CEO did mention that the state is incompetent. What is your take on that?
I doubt that the state would be incompetent, because we also need to understand that part of the investigations is that one of the people that are linked in the investigations, they still have to be questioned, and they also have to be interviewed. And without, like, the allegations that have been made by Ajay Gupta that they will not be in the country so that they can be investigated, and all these delays, they cannot be imputed on the state. These are the delays that they have brought to themselves, because if then they would make themselves available, that they can be interviewed and the investigations can then proceed, then this matter can then be brought to finality. But without their presence in the country, then it would still cause the delay, and the asset would have to be freezed so that they can come and answer to the allegations that have been leveled against them.
At this moment in time, would we say that the state has a strong case?
With the allegations that they have done against the Guptas, I personally believe that they really have a strong case. And without the assets again, there's nothing that the state will have against them if the same assets can then be unfreezed or rather be released to them. So I would believe that this matter serves a fundamental process in the investigations in the Estina farm, as well as the state capture investigations that will still have to be proceeded against them.
All right, Natasha, that was our legal expert, Leboha Mogele, just giving us a glimpse of what is likely to transpire inside the court today. We know that the court proceedings are expected to begin at 9:30. We also saw that the Gupta side counsels have already made their way to the court, but we haven't seen, we know that we're expecting Luvuyo Mfaki, who's from the NPA side, to also come here, because we would like to talk to him later on after the proceedings, so that we can hear what is their feeling about the case. But we know that last week they did mention that to us, that the state is ready to investigate more on this matter, and they still believe that they have a strong case against the Guptas.
Thank you very much. SABC's Apumalele Mdlalane will have to wait and see what transpires out of the Bloemfontein High Court this morning.